Guys, we're in Spain. We made it to Spain.
That was easy.
That was the easiest border crossing ever. And there's Portugal over there. A little so
Nothing
sad.
will be the same.
Yeah. So, okay, our plan now that we reached Spain is we're gonna start riding towards Seville. Let's keep going. We're making our way to a small town named Huelva. We're riding along this trail called Via Verde, which translates to greenway. And basically they are rail trails. So we're crossing this like big swampy area on this gravel road that's extremely flat and straight. Hola. It's a horse. Guys, it's cherry blossoms. I have no idea why they're farming cherry blossom.
A little bit too sandy for me.
Yeah. So parts of this Via Verde is like this. Muddy puddles the size of kids' pools. And I think these farmers use it to get around. Hence this gravel track getting chewed out. Yeah, I don't know why there's
Cherry blossom.
yeah, this cherry blossom thing, I'd like to know if someone knows why cherry blossoms farmed like this in Spain. Quick update. So we've just been on this Via Verde de Litoral this whole time since we got to Spain from Portugal, and the trail has been getting slowly more and more unrideable, especially after we reached like the farm bits, the farm areas, and then now it's completely unrideable. This is like a swamp, and I just tried to I just put my bike down in the corner and went under the bridge. Like, it's still shit, but kind of like rideable after getting through the swamp. But this is crazy. This is meant to be a rail trail, and then yeah, this is so bad because you just spend kilometers, like all this effort, and then you're met with sadness. Our plan is, there's this private property here which is kind of like a wood mill, like a timber mill. We're going to try and jump the fence and then meet the road that's going over this bridge. We made it to the timber yard, and now we need to figure out how to get out of this property. Hopefully it's not gated. Okay, another update. The road plan didn't work. It comes up as a black road on my Garmin, and then when we put it onto Google Maps, it also doesn't route us through that road. So we thought it must be like a highway that doesn't allow bikes on. So just to get to town, we're trusting Google directions for bikes, and it's taken us into this gravel road next to farms. We made it! We made it! Oh, we made it into Lepe. It wasn't fun, as they say. It's hard because like right now we're on the Via Verde as well, but it's so hard to say like which part's good and which part's not. There's some traffic up ahead. Traffic on Via Verde. Hola. So we came that way? No, we came across this sign. I reckon my translation here is Via Verde closed for service, prohibited to pass. This bridge here, it's on like it's like a Google point of interest. Like if you click on it, comes up as a like there's lots of photos tourists have taken, and it's obviously fenced off. They're obviously doing something, but some sneaky bugger has cut this open, and Lil's just walked through it. So I'm also going to do it. We're almost coming to the end of our day today. We plan to ride along this canal because like anytime there's a road next to a canal, you know, it's nice and flat. And this is a service road that they use for the canal. But in about 1.52 k's we saw on Google Maps that we are coming across a forest, and that's where we plan on wild camping today. Alright, so this is where we've decided we're gonna set up camp today. The canal is like maybe 200 meters, 300 meters out there, and there's a few fire trails. Ideally we'd like to be away from these fire trails, but it's like unwalkable bush trying to get away, so we've just decided we're gonna go here. And we had the dewiest tent from this morning and we forgot about it until now. So we're trying to dry it as much as we can. Good morning. We are all packed up, ready to hit the road. Yeah, so we wild camped for 2 nights in a row, and we feel a bit gross because we haven't showered. We do, however, use wet wipes and clean ourselves every night before we get in our sleeping bags.
But it's just not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. Not the same as a warm, soapy shower.
I'm gonna have 2.
She's gonna have
2 showers.
Yeah. So we're gonna ride about,
I think about 70 k's today. So quite a long day, but it's on a road. Majority of it, thankfully.
it was a bad day yesterday
It was really bad.
with the Via Verde. There was other parts where we didn't record, but it was just so sandy, just kilometers of sand. So yeah, we decided we're gonna ride to Seville on pavement, just to make things easier. So it'll be almost the main road, just to get there quicker. Pussy! We're on our way to Huelva. You can see the town. And we're on a nice cycleway that's getting us there.
We've had our first light mechanical failure.
Yeah, but I was just stopped at a red light and I had my rear brakes held, and then the bike still like wiggled forward and backwards, and I was like, whoa. So I just pulled aside, and then I noticed This is, my brake caliper is wiggling a bit. So I'm gonna tighten these. So.
That's why you do bolt checks, which we did actually. Did we check that?
No, we didn't check that.
Oh.
I did.
So we're in the town of Niebla, which is in about 30 kilometers from Huelva, where we had some lunch. We were just riding through, and as we were riding along the road coming up to the town, we saw this like incredible fortress wall, and we just had no idea that this town had a fortress or a wall. So I've done some reading, and the wall stretches 2 kilometers around the entire like city. It's quite small now. It's only got about 4,000 people living here apparently. But it used to be in Roman times like the center of Andalusian trade, and it was really big in the silver industry. Lots of silver mining happened here. So I think we're going to ride around the edge of it, and we'll get to see a bit more of the wall as we go. Yeah.
Through there. There's something going on. There's all these like people dressed up like it's Halloween or something, but we have no idea what it is. Alright guys, we did some Googling. It's called the Toma Pechuga Carnival. And based on the Google results,
We think it's a
like
festival to celebrate
like a chicken meat festival.
meat, but
We don't really know how the costumes work with chicken meat. If there's any Spanish people watching this, please educate us what that was all about.
Side note, look at this beautiful
Yeah.
church behind. In the light. Oh my god. You just would not know.
Yeah.
Like, we've been riding along a pretty plain road all day, and then you just come across like this,
It's pretty amazing.
and like that last fort town.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That was so much loud doof.
Yeah. There was a lot of doof going on.
I was hiding a bit because I didn't know what was. I just saw people dance, and I didn't want people dragging me out of my bike and making me. That's the irrational anxiety I had in that
Social
moment.
phobia.
We rode 75 k's today
We did so much,
And we are
so many hills.
in our accommodation.
It is cheap and cheerful, but the shower.
Yeah, we just really wanted to shower, and
Oh
we
my
have showered.
I
We have
I
showered
like
well.
soaped everywhere,
Red you
like
soap.
in every crevice, but also not once, but like 3 times. I was like, "There's not enough soap in the world right now."
ran out of hot water. Well, it was still warm, but it was starting to get cold.
God, I'm so sorry.
You were just.
I didn't think I took that long.
Okay, I didn't. Yeah. Anyway, it didn't go cold, but yeah.
Did you just knock the tap? I kept knocking the tap with my bum.
No, I didn't do that.
Okay.
Do you want to talk us through what's for dinner?
We're having 2 cans of lentil soup with chorizo. We're having beers, and we're going to have some bread rolls with cheese and butter dipped into our soup.
Nice. Alright, well, I'm going to tell you what's going on in this situation here. I've got my lentil soup that was in a can, reheated. A couple of knobs of butter into it, just for extra flavours. And then I have this bread roll here with some cheese in it that I dip. I'll have a bite. It's so yummy. And the best thing, wash it down with some beer. Good morning. We have just left our little hotel room that we stayed in, and now we have 35 k's left to Seville. Because we wanted to go to Seville like really quickly, we just decided to stick to the road, as you can see. And this is not a super busy road, so it's nice to ride on. And you're just constantly going through just farmland. We're in Seville, we made it. It's so nice.
Oh, look at this, like fence alone. So we did some reading. We've actually had a tour of this place like 3 years ago and we just forgot all the details. Looks very royal vibes, isn't. It was built about 100 years ago for the like Spain World Fair, which is, we're like, what's that? And it turns out it's just that
Celebration of the nation.
A nation would just be like, we're having a fair, look how good we are. Inside, along the wall, so it's nice, it's like a semicircle, there's beautiful tiles and they represent the different like regions of Spain, and yeah, so it just kind of shows off the architecture. It's very Moorish and like Baroque Art Deco. There's like a combination of all these architectures that went into this building, but like look at this, just so beautiful.
Yeah.
This alone.
Good morning. We are on our off day today in Seville. We have an update. It's a pretty sad update. This is our first equipment failure. This is Lil's mat. So the problem we have is you inflate it through here, and inside there's a one-way valve and it's leaking. So we can't get a full inflation for you to sleep.
So it's like a half inflation, which is, it's like 2/3 inflated, which is fine, but it would be nice to have a fully inflated mat. So there is,
you.
yeah.
There's a little hiss coming. Anyway, if you hear a hiss, it's hissing.
It's no good.
Otherwise, it is also hissing.
I sent Exped an email. Exped is the brand of the mat. This mat, I think, is about 10 years old. So it's been fantastic. But I sent them an email just to say, like, is there a part that I can get replaced? But they haven't replied. And that was like maybe 3 days ago. So I think we're just going to try and buy a new one.
All right, so we have arrived at this bar called Bar Santa Ana. And we've ordered some typical, would you just call these tapas?
Yeah. Typical Sevillian tapas.
Yeah.
Which is...
This is a asparagus battered with some, I'm guessing this is mayo. And then this is a pringa, which is like a, it's got pork stewed pork meat inside the sandwich, toasted. And then our favorite thing are these. This is called Tinto de Verano. Well, the English name is summer wine, which is half and half red wine and lemonade. On a hot summer day, goes down so well. Give me react. Good react. the asparagus.
It's like tempura. It's really nice.
Yeah. Okay, we have arrived at our second place of food. What are we having, Lil?
The spinach with garbanzo beans, which is what we tried to get at the last place, but it was not available. Patatas bravas and marinated fried dogfish. Civilian style. Civilian style. Here we go. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so I've ordered torrijas, which is like a traditional dessert here, and it's basically a slice of brioche that's like soaked in honey syrup and cooked. Oh my god. We're so full at this point, but this is worth. It's a very Easter time sweet. Okay. It's like, it's kind of got a flavour like baklava. Like it's got a nuttiness. It's so yummy.
Alright guys, so in true Spanish fashion, it's 3:17, we've eaten so much food, and we're gonna have a siesta. Go back to our accommodation, and I'm gonna have a nap.
We deserve it.
Yeah, so hard eating this much.
It really is.
Need a break.
Allergic, so I would not be surprised if it's a big discount.